Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord, saints.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord, saints. I want you to stand and worship with me. Praise the Lord, saints. Hallelujah. He's worthy. He's awesome. He's almighty. He's worthy of all praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Jesus is worthy, God. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Jesus. Glory to God. Glory to God. Greetings to God, who's the head of my life, the apostle of this house, Bishop Lloyd Faulkner in his absence, and Lady Faulkner in her absence, Associate Pastor Elder Lawrence in his absence, Vice President Sister Pauline and her staff overseer, and Youth Minister Gray, and all of you wonderful saints and visitors, accept holy greetings in the exalted and matchless name of Jesus Christ. Today's topic is Ignite the Fire, subtopic, Reclaiming the Passion. The scripture text is taken from Ezekiel 37, 1 through 4, but since it's been read, I'll just focus on these two verses in this scripture. It's verse 11 and 14, and it reads thus. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are dry. These bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dry, and our hope is lost. We are cut off of our parts. And verse 14, and I shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land, and then shall ye know the Lord, know that I am the Lord that have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. Okay, when reading this, I got this. It says, do you know the texture of your bones? So I'll be speaking from that. And when you skip down to verse 14, it says, and I shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land, and ye shall know that I am the Lord that have performed it and done it. So I believe that in order for us to always have that right texture of our bones, that we can have joy and live according, we must first have the spirit within us. See, I believe that they weren't dead physically, but spiritually. They weren't able to know who God was. They didn't know the knowledge of God. In Isaiah 32 verse 15 it says, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest. And 17, the work of the righteous shall be peace, and the effect of righteous quietness and assurance forever. So we have to have that dwelling within us. And as I read in verse 17, it says, the work of the righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness and assurance forever. Meaning, when you have righteousness in you, God shall make sure you are well covered by his glory. His glory shall cover you and overflow you forever, and your bones shall never be dried unless you start to slack. Sometimes you think there's a place where you can rest in God, but that's not true. If you find that you can rest in God, you should be praying to seeking him more, because when you rest in God, you get too comfortable and you begin to slack off, and you begin to say, okay, well, I'm in this place, so I can just rest for now. But you have to realize that in order for you to reach that high heavenly place, you have to press forward. Like they said, the woman with the issue of blood, she had a purpose within pressing. She pursued in her mind that, okay, I have to reach his garment. If even I touch his garment, then I will be made whole. So she was made whole. And then but if we fall short, we won't be able to seek that. The higher you get is the farther you should want to go. Get zealous after God. If you want to reach cloud 9 and past cloud 9 even, and go forward more to taste heaven and come back to earth, I bet you more than enough. If you won't need a texture check. That will be dripping through your pores and through the soul of your heart and through the mouth, coming out as tongues overflowing abundantly. And you won't be able to get comfortable, because you'll be all over the place overflowing with tongues. And you won't need to be able to call Bishop to say, oh, Bishop, I'm in danger, I'm getting comfortable. You won't be able to get satisfied, because you'll want to taste him so much more. In Exodus 33, it says that how they wanted to see God so much, but God came and he covered their eyes, and then he passed, and he lifted up his hand, and they just saw the backside, and they all got excited. If even you just see the backside of God, it'll just get you all so much more happier, so much more better. Your tongue will be much more fluent. The next morning, you'll just want to worship him even more. Your soul will want to just become more as one. If you ignite yourself with the Lord Almighty, your passion shall come back with action between you and God. Get passionate and personal with God. Sometimes you gotta ignite and inhale the glorious, efficacious fire of God. Your bones just soak in God. Do you want to know the texture of your bones? Are you applying the right percentage of the word of fasting to your bones? When you go to the doctor, they sometimes say, okay, milk gets your bones strong. Well, are you drinking enough of the word? Are you drinking enough of the Holy Spirit? Are you getting into that place where you say, I want more? So digest the word and nourish it. Let it nourish your system. Don't go anorexic and just, okay, throw it up or whatever. Just swallow it or digest it. Keep it down there. Just let it soothe your soul. Let it soothe your mind. Mostly when I was reading this, I also realized their ability to recognize who God was very dim. So in verse 14, he said, oh, I shall put you in your own land, and you shall know that I am the Lord. So you have to recognize who the Lord is in order for you to ignite yourself. In order to have that passion, you must recognize who God is. Without recognizing who God is, you cannot move forward, because he's the key to the door that you have to go through. The Holy Ghost is the key to the door that you have to go to. So you have to have that assurance. You have to have it in order to go through. So in my conclusion, I have a question. I have a few questions. Do you know the texture of your bones? Are they well flavored in God? Are you satisfied, or can you reach past cloud 4, or can you go past cloud 9 and get a glance of God's back parts? Where are you in God, and where do your bones rest? Ask him to fill your cup. Ask him to quench your thirst. Ask him to feed you till you want no more. Let the drops fall upon you to moisturize your bones. These are my 2 words.